Just shot a great video with my boy Red out of Puerto Rico. Young buck, 16 years old, ain't quite sure what he's doing. But you know what we do over here. We give a little of the how. So he'll figure it out, man. He got to make some tough life decisions about whether he wants to serve. I got in him a little bit just because I felt like he was being indecisive. Great kid, be a rock star, man. Just got to get him on the right path. We're going to look into flying. We're going to look into the service academies. We'll figure it out. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, smash the subscribe button if you love it. Share it with your friends. Check it out. All right, go ahead, Red. What you got?
Okay, so I was wondering about the 6 guys that you have in pilot training right now.
Yep. I got one
how
female. So 5 guys and 1 female.
All right. How did they get there? What route did they take?
It's a good question. 2 of them are Naval Academy. One of them is Marine Corps OCS.
Mhm.
One of them is Naval Academy Marine. The other one is a Naval Academy grad. So 3 Naval Academies. My ball manager from Illinois, he was OCS. And then an ROTC kid that didn't make it through SEAL training, who then is now flying.
Okay.
So all 3, 1 OCS, 1 ROTC, and 3 Naval Academy.
All right. What are they all trying to be fighter pilots, or are they?
Everybody wants to be a fighter pilot, but it's really hard to get fighter pilot jobs in the Navy. So one of them got E2s, so the oldest one got E2s. So the pipeline's long, man. People don't understand this. The aviation pipeline is like 3 years long.
I've heard about that.
So he graduated in 18. He graduated in 19. No, he graduated in 18. He's an 18 grad. So, and he's just now, he'll be getting out of secondary right now. He's headed to the RAG. He'll be flying E2s. He'll do his carrier quals and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Everybody else is in the, two of them haven't even started flight school yet. They just there. They got there in the last couple of months. And then one kid soloed. And the other kid's about the same place. Like, they just started the flying portion of flight school.
Okay. From what I've heard, if you go to the Guard Reserve route, you can get a guaranteed fighter slot if you get, I believe, in like the top 50% of your class. Do you know anybody who's
You're
done
talking
that?
about in the National Guard?
Yeah.
It's
And
impossible. It's really hard to get a job in the National Guard.
really? Huh.
I have one kid right now that has been trying to get in the National Guard for the last year and a half.
And it's just not happening.
It's really hard. Because you have to go rush squadrons.
Mhm.
So in the Air National Guard, like, yeah, you can go to an F-15 squadron. You're going to learn how to fly F-15s. But you have to rush that squadron. So they're not going to let you in.
What do you mean rush the squadron? What is that?
Like you have to go and interview with them in a hangar on your own dime to try to get them to let you go into their squadron. And they only taking probably 2 a year, I would guess. Maybe 1 a year.
Yeah, that's rough. Okay.
There is no way you can guarantee a jet billet.
Mhm.
I don't care who's telling you that. Now, if you go in a National Guard squadron with F-15s and you get in, yeah. But you got to get in first.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Fly jets.
Okay, so then go to the Air Force Academy.
Okay.
But just know this, what's your GPA?
Like 4.2.
Okay, you're going to have to study your ass off because everybody at the Air Force Academy wants to fly jets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
But, like, if you ask me, like, probably your best bet is to go to the Air Force Academy, and then you have an opportunity to go fly jets.
How many people go to jets each year from the Air Force Academy?
That's a good question. I don't know that answer.
All right. I'll find that out.
And here's what I'm going to tell you. They don't go jets from the Air Force Academy. They get to go to flight school, and then they compete for a jet billet.
Yeah. Um, okay, I have another question. My vision is getting slightly worse. Is
What's
there
your
a chance?
vision?
It's like 2040 at the moment.
Okay, I think it's 2060 correctable.
That's
What's the
true.
limit?
2070, something like that for the
2070 correctable,
yeah,
correct?
that's true.
Okay.
What I'm worried about happening is going into the Air Force Academy and it getting worse over time, and then being stuck in like some office job for, I don't know, the remainder of my service.
Okay, so Rhett,
Yeah.
stop being a fucking pussy and figure out what you want to do.
All right.
Like, that's the biggest fucking bullshit answer you could have fucking given me.
Mhm.
Think about what you just said. Okay? Think about what you just said. And think about how fucking weak, lame, sorry ass that comment is. You gonna go to college for fucking free, and you sitting here bitching about, if my eyesight gets worse, I don't want to be stuck in some job. Man, look, bruh, I'm just gonna tell you, you ain't called the right motherfucker to get some bullshit. Okay?
All right. You're
So
right.
you need to ask yourself if you really want to go serve. That's the question you need to ask.
Mhm.
Okay? I didn't throw a fucking fit when I had to go drive a ship. I didn't want to go drive a ship. Turned out to be fucking awesome. My 2 years on my ship was awesome for the most part. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, do you really want to go serve?
Mhm.
Did you fill out the spreadsheet, Ty? Or Rhett?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When'd you fill it out?
I believe
How long ago?
something like 6 months ago.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I
Mhm.
gotta go to a different spreadsheet. Okay, does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you need to ask yourself that question. What are you doing for sports?
Um, I'm running, but just on my own. My high school doesn't have a good sports program.
What do you mean it doesn't have a good sports program?
No wrestling, no football. We have like volleyball and indoor soccer.
Where you go to school?
Puerto Rico.
Are you in Puerto Rico right now?
Well, right now I'm visiting family, but I live in Puerto Rico.
Okay, are you Puerto Rican?
No, I moved there.
You just moved there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a Caucasian that lives in Puerto Rico.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm just making sure, because I'm looking at your thing right now. Okay. I'm going to put some notes in here. Okay, so you got to ask. So you go to school in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a soccer team?
There is a soccer team, but it's like indoor soccer.
Do you go to some rich ass high school, private school?
Yes, sir. I go to a private school.
What's your dad do?
He's a investor.
Okay, so he makes a lot of money, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell you. Do you own an airplane?
No.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You tell Dad I'm gonna be a fighter pilot, and you start flying right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want the cheat code. You got a ton of money. Start flying right now. Okay, I'm not bullshitting you. I'm saying, like, I just talked to, there's a African American wing commander in the Air Force. Started flying when he was 13 years old.
Well, okay.
Okay, so if you want to be a fighter pilot, tell your dad and start flying right now. Okay, where are you at right now? You in Puerto Rico?
California.
Okay, so how long are you in California for?
Another week.
Okay. So then I would get on the computer. I would find a flight school in Puerto Rico. Got to be a couple of them, maybe one or two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Probably ran by some retired military dudes that want to retire in Puerto Rico. And then I would go to my dad and say, Dad, I need $50,000 to get my private pilot's license. You're 16, so you can get your private pilot's license. Why are you laughing? Why is this funny, Rhett?
It's a bit too much. That's a bit too much money. But I might be able to.
Okay, Rhett, so let me ask you this. Why is that a bit too much money?
I don't think he would be comfortable throwing that much at my career.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
If he don't have to pay for college, and you go to the Air Force Academy, is that not an even swap?
That's a pretty even swap for 4 years, possibly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so look, I'm not here to teach you how to figure shit out, but you need to figure it out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I really don't like. You want to be a fighter pilot, you gotta learn how to fly now. And I would tell you, you got 2 years of high school, dude. You could bang out your private pilot's license. You probably could get close to getting your instructor rating.
Okay.
But you also got to go to Naval Air Force Academy or a Naval Academy. I would recommend going to the Air Force Academy. But Air Force Academy is really hard. Okay, but you got good grades. Have you taken the SAT yet?
Yes, sir.
What'd you get?
1470.
All right, you got to take it again
Okay.
because you're white. You need over 1,500 basically, and you're not gonna have no sports. Okay, but all the flying will help you get into school.
Okay.
All right, 1470 is good. It just ain't good enough. The average non-minority, non-athlete SAT at the Naval Academy is a 1490. Okay? And you ain't doing shit. You ain't playing sports. You ain't doing nothing to set yourself apart right now. Are you the president of any club or anything like that?
Yes, sir.
What club are you the president of?
It's like a aeronautics club. We build like model airplanes and fly them around.
Okay, you build remote control airplanes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I flew a lot of remote control airplanes as a kid. I crashed them all the time. I was always pissed off because I would fly and then would crash and I had to work on it forever. Okay? So here's what I'm going to tell you. Are you taking notes right now? No, you're not.
Not
I'm going to ask you what I already told you and you better be able to tell me. Write it down.
Yeah.